How's it? This is Isaac Fox, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being showing up authentic, raw, messy, and beautiful. This will find the people that it's supposed to find. Love you. Hey guys, here we are. So I just got off a call with a client, student, actually. Love this guy. Love all my students. Sometimes where people are, they're right where they need to be, and they just don't really see it. And that's what's really fun for me is I see it through the gifts of my life and the challenges and where I am today. I can see their preferred reality that exists. It exists. I see it. It's right there. It's not in the future. It's a reality that exists in the eternal now. That's a frequency. Okay? And I can see where they're asking to align to it. And I can see the misalignments that keep them from said reality. And I just help guide them, because they're already there. I help guide them to undefine the definitions that keep them in the frequency of the reality that they're in at the moment, and realign to the higher frequencies of said reality. Misalignments, belief systems, dissolve, realign, and then their reality comes to be. And oh my God, that's so much fun. That's my passion. I love doing that. And, you know, as the consciousness shift, as we have more energy and more power to heal, we have more power to access more consciousness. Just our gifts, our superpowers, everything is waking up, remembering who we are. And that's one piece of myself where I really just know who I am, is something that I didn't understand in the past that caused me pain, because I can see clearly where these people are asking to go. And I would give them the opportunity, and the small self fights against that, because the small self is holding on to the ideas and belief systems, right, that they think are true, and it's holding on tight, you know, going, I don't want to go. I want to stay in this reality. I don't want to go in this reality. And their conscious mind wants to go there. Their unconscious mind wants to stay here. And I didn't really understand. I was like, I can see that clearly. Like, I would figure if I can see it clearly, they can see it clearly. And the thing is, they just couldn't. They just couldn't see it clearly. And, you know, when I think about it for myself, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like I haven't always seen things clearly for myself either. So it just makes sense. There's these little blind spots we all have. However, that is actually one of my gifts, and one of my talents is I can see the vibration and the reality that people are asking, not even people, their souls. Their souls are like, this is the experience that I am stepping into, and these are the misalignments that must be reknown in order for me to hold the frequency to experience that reality. So now that I understand that, there's a lot less push on everything. It's like I'm not trying to show them something like, here, look, listen, just do these things. Because that's what it was in the past, very three-dimensional, like, here, let's just do these steps and you can get there. And there's all this pushing and resistance. Yeah, there's nothing to really push on or resist anymore. There's only things to dissolve. There's only misalignments to see, to love, to bring back to alignment. It's really fucking fun. It's really simple. So if you have a desired reality, yeah, that you can feel it, but you can't really see it. And you know, it's like, there's something I want over here. There's something I prefer. And you can just kind of imagine it and see it. And you're like, why can't I get there? What's going on? I'd give me a call, because I'll fucking tell you, I see it. And I can help guide you there. I can't force you there. I can't teach you anything really. Like, all I do is I hold my frequency, and I express things in more ways of loving and caring and compassion every day. And I hold the opportunity, and I help guide you to dissolving what needs to be dissolved, which holds the lower frequency in place to then help you move into the structure and feed into new definitions that realign you to that reality. Yep, that's pretty fun. Pretty sure everybody's going to be calling me now. That's okay. I have energy, so you guys can call me now. I've been working on that too. I've been working on that. So that's kind of what we're talking about today. And that's what, actually, it just happened this morning. So we're talking about deconstruction and reconstruction. And this topic is quite simple and quite profound simultaneously. That's how we do things here. We like to keep the paradox, because that's where you know you're really operating from more of who you truly are. When you see both sides of the spectrum, you're in the neutrality, which is not the ego. You're channeling information from the true mind. So in this time, at this moment, it is no joke. We are letting go of what we thought was ideas that were never ours, idea of a heavy, dense, three-dimensional old paradigm reality that we were born into, that we just started to buy into and attach our ideas and attach these agreements of this is who I am and this is how the world is and this is how things have to be. And it's getting really uncomfortable for many of us. I did that last year, so I could understand that, so I could help you guys with this, so I wasn't going through it at the same time you're going through it. That's kind of how it works for me, for any, actually, the people that are showing up, because it's all perfect. So whatever you're letting go of, most likely I've just let go of last year or a week ago. Who knows, right? But we must see these things. And if you are struggling, if you're finding yourself in a lot of pain and suffering and a lot of things that you don't prefer, these are the old agreements. These are the old ideas that were never yours to begin with. And we are holding on tightly to them because we have identified with them. We have made them like us. We have made them the same. We have identified. It's me. This is me. It's not me. It's the idea of me. But it's not me. It's all an idea. All of this is an idea. What ideas are we holding on to that no longer can exist in the new consciousness, in the new paradigm? Because the shifting of consciousness is already here, and whatever doesn't align to that cannot exist. It comes up to be seen, to be reknown, to be deconstructed, to then reconstruct. And it's very uncomfortable at times, the things that we're holding on to really tightly. And it's like we think we have to do all this work. Really, sometimes all we got to do is just let it go. And the thing is, until you really see it clearly, I don't really know. There's some things in my life where, what is this thing? Like, I was holding on so tight, and they're like, let go, Isaac, let go, let go, let go. I'm like, well, fuck, I don't even know what to let go of. Like, it sounds so simple, right? And it is in hindsight and in the truth, more truth of it. But, sometimes you got to be able to see something to let it go. There's a lesson there in that, if that's the case. And so I do the practice which I teach all my students and clients, whole year in the academy. By the time they graduate the academy, they know to do the practice. They're their own energy healers. That's the thing. I teach people not to need me. That's the whole point of this. That's what I've always done. And that's more true. That's more true for anybody that you see. They're going to teach you how not to need them. They're going to teach you exactly what works for them in their experience, and then help guide you to what works best for you in your structure, in your unique perception and structure. All structures, personality structure, right? Spiritual structure, physical structure, whatever it is, you have your alignment, your pure alignment, which is unique and different from anybody else, because nobody is in your reality's perception, the center of that. So here we are. So deconstructing, we're letting go of the beliefs. We cannot hold on to them anymore. This is the time. This is the time of letting go. This is the time of the great deconstruction. And so as we deconstruct, what I really realized is, well, what are we reconstructing? What structures are we really following through and honoring? So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I talk a lot about, dissolving, noticing and dissolving belief systems and letting go of belief systems that I have defined that are misaligned, that are no longer aligned for my, benefit. And the key with that is sometimes our souls are very intelligent. Okay. They're very genius. So sometimes the fastest way to get me into alignment is to notice and dissolve the things that I don't prefer anymore, the agreements that I've agreed to that kept me misaligned. So you just dissolve the misalignment. So there's a reason I talk about that. However, what I haven't talked about as much of, is structure, reconstruction, right? So in my experience, this three-dimensional reality, belief systems are the energetic blueprint. So it's quite possible we need belief systems in order to actually run this simulation, right? Our own private simulation, right? That others get to be a part of. So if that's true, that belief systems are necessary, it's not all about just dissolving belief systems and not having any belief systems. Like, I stay curious, right? And I let go of any belief systems that are misaligned, and I realign them to a belief system that is more aligned to my soul's theme, my true self, of what my true self wants to experience through my structures, these structures, right? Okay, so sometimes the simplest way to realize what you prefer is experience enough of what you don't prefer. Misalignments, prefer alignment, right? So we dissolve and we learn lessons from what we don't prefer. Okay, move into alignment. So what I'm asked to do now for myself is it's very bottom three chakras, right? Really first and second, 1, 2, first, second chakra, very three-dimensional, but it's not three-dimensional. It's becoming even more grounded, like secure in my body as I'm disidentifying with the ideas of what I think my body actually is, or who I really am, or what my personality structure really is. Like, I don't lose it. I actually align more to what works best for me in all of my structures, as it was designed to, for whatever reason, whatever blueprint that is. So I'm honoring the structures and whatever my body needs, whatever self-care my body needs, whatever projects I have around the house, whatever I'm asked to do for business or for this group, or whatever things that I'm asked to do in this three-dimensional reality. I'm just in a place now, paying bills. I fucking love paying bills. I fucking love all of it. I love paying bills. I love taking care of myself. I love eating healthy food. I love meditating. I love all the mundane shit. I just love it now. Because it's an experience. It's not something I have to do. It's literally something I've chosen to do. And now that I've dissolved enough, and my energy is coming through that is more aligned, I get to create the structures that work best for me. So what structures work for you that people told you were wrong or silly? Because you have your unique structures. You have your unique learning style. You have your unique personality. So I'm very strange. Let's just get that on the table. Okay. I had no template to go by. I had never met anybody like me, right? And so most of the things that I was shown were not me. So the way I needed to work in this reality to fucking function, basically just to function, was not appropriate to the reflections around me for whatever reason, good, bad, right, or wrong, doesn't matter. It's just an old paradigm way, an idea of being that works for certain people. doesn't work for me. So when I started to really align to what worked for me, I started to let go of the ideas of what didn't work for me. And there's I have a saying, a nap can change your life. That for me is very true. Like sometimes I just gotta go lay the fuck down for an hour and I'll wake up and I'm a completely new reality, a completely new person. Just tap back into my soul, let it move. So I have much more rest and solitude and stillness in my life than others. Okay, and solitude is not isolation, stillness is not stagnation, and rest is not laziness. Okay, these are key aspects to my structure on how I honor myself. And so as I move in alignment with that, I honor these structures all the way down to the first chakra, right? Like, what are you doing now? What's your body showing you now? What are you doing now with your health? What are you taking care of your home? Are you taking care of your environment? What are you creating? What are you moving towards? Are you taking care of your relationships? What does that look like? What are you attached to that doesn't work anymore? What are you trying to make happen? What are you trying to control? What have you put outside of yourself, right? So I just move into these structures, and we all have these simple structures. They seem so simple that many of my clients that I talk to, and myself in the past, go, man, just doing this simple structure, that's not enough. It has to be this huge, grandiose, complicated fucking thing for it to be of value, which, we might say is a belief system of, it has to be hard in order to be value. But I don't really believe that to be true anymore. My thing is, maybe the more effortless and simple something is, the more aligned it is. Because if it's fucking hard, that means that it's not really aligned to the true theme of what I am. So I'm trying to force something that's not really it's not aligned. I'm trying to force something like a square peg into a round hole. It doesn't work. So it comes as hard. Whereas when I just move into what works for me, regardless of what anybody else thinks works for me, I'm still considerate of other people. Don't get me wrong here. I'm just honoring what works for me. It actually benefits everything and everybody around me. And it's in alignment. So it's not fucking hard. It's actually quite simple. What makes it hard is my attachment and holding on to the old agreements that are out of alignment with who I am. And then if I'm attempting to build a structure and I'm holding on to these, thinking it has to be this way, I'm limiting my structure, where it's like once I start dissolving and letting go, I can actually see the structure that I'm actually creating. And when I really honor that, my entire reality changes. I literally take the blueprint and I change the blueprint. And it happens constantly. And then people around me change. They align to that. I'm not changing people. They're changing in my reality based in my reflection. Because I've learned a lesson. They don't need to teach me this misaligned lesson anymore. We just fall into alignment. So if I were you, I'd watch this video probably 5 or 10 times. Just letting you know. Just gave you secrets. They're not even secrets. I just explained more of the structure of reality, because that's what's happening right now. Is we are being shown through what is coming through. We have more consciousness. Our gifts are waking up. We're just dropping in the information. So my skill is, I told you in the beginning, another piece of that skill and gift is creating systems that are actually more aligned, that are more true. Taking the broken systems, discarding what doesn't work, finding the golden nuggets, bringing it into a simple explanation. And then you get to see these reality structures. You get to honor each structure. All right, here's some structures. Physical body's a structure. The mental body's a structure. The emotional body's a structure. Belief systems are a structure. The personality is a structure. Needs and boundaries are structures. So when you honor the structures and you bring each structure into alignment of what's more true for you, you actually get to bring the higher frequencies through all said structures, through all energy channels, into the three-dimensional reality. And it becomes more malleable to you. So if you're going through a lot of pain and suffering, I don't minimize that. I've experienced it. And part of my challenge in life is I really don't, in the past, I don't want to see people go through pain and suffering, because I just know what that feels like. And it just breaks my heart. Still breaks my heart, but not in a way where it debilitates me, right? Or I try to fix somebody. There's a part of me that still wishes we don't have to go through pain and suffering. However, what I understand to be more true now is the pain and the suffering is what I was holding on to, that I was refusing to see and let go of, because I thought I needed it for some reason, because I learned that somewhere. And it gets more pain and suffering, and so we kind of go, ooh, you know what? We really look at it and we go, I just can't. I just won't really hold on to that anymore. And that's what happened to me last year. It's just, and where I am now, anytime I do something that's out of alignment, I'm so sensitive to it now. I've always been, but now I know what I'm feeling because I go through the practice. I went through the same stuff I teach all of my students. I just have more high sense perceptions of what's happening. I cannot live in misalignment anymore. It is too uncomfortable. My soul will not allow that. I am not allowed to gracefully and just be blissfully ignorant of my own self and my own alignments. It will be very uncomfortable for me. And this is a second to second thing for me, guys. Like misalignment. Oh shit, I could try to suppress it and pretend it's not there. It will not work. Got to look at it. Got to see it. Got to bring it into alignment. If I do something that's in alignment, woo, more preferred experiences. The whole day lines up like that. Wow, look at that. So just complete different experiences. Pain and suffering, too uncomfortable, can't ignore it anymore. What do I do to bring it into? What am I being asked to do? Structure, simple structure that's right in front of my face, probably for months and months and months and months and months or even years, that I haven't honored, that my soul's asking me to do, my true mind's asking me to do, right? So I just kind of pay attention, follow that structure, follow the alignment. Far less pain and suffering in my body, in my mind, in my emotional body. So just breathe into that one. And let that move through you. Because it's moving. So whoever is on here and at this moment or watching the replay, this is the gift, this is the energy, these are the key codes. This is how I bring my divine expression through my structures into reality. How do you do yours? And you can jump onto any pieces of this frequency that you prefer, because it's fucking awesome. And I'm going to tell you, I called a couple of friends and my wife yesterday, and I told them, I said, fair warning, you are obviously still in my reality, so you are aligned to my reality and who I am at this moment in time, or who I am flowing through. If you are going to sense you're staying in my reality, I have to warn you that I am going here at an exponential rate, and nothing is stopping me, and I'm not stopping myself anymore. And I know the practice, and I know alignments and misalignments. And, if you fight it, you're coming with me. If you fight it, there's going to be a lot of pain and suffering in your life. I'm not wishing that on anybody. I'm just saying, like, if they don't tell them, if you don't fucking let go, you're going to experience shit that you don't prefer. If you just jump on board and fucking ride with me and ride this fucking frequency with me and letting go as much as you fucking possibly can and following your alignments and adding into those structures, you're going to live a much more preferable life, right? And those that can't handle that will not be around me. It's okay. They have their own journey and their own path. Like, if they misalign to that, they just separate themselves into another reality. Those that are in my reality now are going to be gifted with all of this. And so everybody on the call right now, you're gifted with this. We're moving this way. Let go, let go, let go. Let go my ego. Just let it go as best you can. Follow the practice. If you guys don't know what the practice is, I would be booking sessions with me because I really like me and I would want to work with somebody like me because I work with me all the time. It's great. Like, I love me and the way I work and how I work in my structures. And there's many of you strange, lovely, beautiful weirdos out there that have similarities to my structures, okay? And so if you really want to honor your own structures and move into that, I'd be booking some discovery calls. I invite you to book discovery calls and talk to me, talk to Candace, get interested in what we're doing here. 2025 ain't no joke, baby. So up in frequency. More realities that we prefer, letting go of the old unconscious agreements that were never ours to begin with. And so much love, so much light. So love, light, and expansion. Here we are. So much fun talking to you guys. I'll see you next week. If you like this dope ass shit that I'm laying down, like, subscribe, and share. New paradigm healing, baby. Love ya.